restaurant without a drive-through.
I wonder what did they do when the Burger King came in? How did they handle
I
that?
think they just allowed it as a restaurant. Like I
Restaurant.
said, I think that the big debates weren't about the use, they were about access to the site and the subdivision that was necessary to divide the
And
lot.
that's what they came up with? The excess?
I remember
Works
John
well.
Lang
There's
had a
no one
little,
else up?
he had a map, and he cut out a piece of paper to a scale of a tractor-trailer truck, and he was showing everyone how the truck could turn into the thing. The real trucks have a lot more issues. Did you ever see the big AutoZone truck trying to get in there?
No, I'm afraid to go in there for coffee, I'm gonna get in an accident. Because cars are darting from all over the
Right,
place.
because you've got cross traffic, you've got
Yeah.
the line back down onto the road.
And we put planters. That was the issue. That was the issue that everyone had.
Yeah.
Jumps back to this, what you're saying to the.
No, so I think we have to look at examples of, from villages or towns around us for the fast food establishment.
You don't wanna leave it as a restaurant? Just falls
If
under
there's a
that.
difference, we can't, but,
Because that falls under the NB. And it has the amendment, maybe that's,
restaurant and tavern.
right? It says
I think
whatever.
what I have to do is add restaurant with driveway. Restaurant with driveway. Because most of those places have indoor seating,
Yes.
so they probably classify as a restaurant.
Okay, so if we get rid of this, what do we want down in the other section?
So we're gonna take that suggestion and do that? Just add restaurant
Yeah.
with drive-through? Cool, we want that? I don't know if
So
you're
what I
sure.
added is out.
Cool, we want that?
So, but that doesn't count as a restaurant.
Yeah, restaurants are already in there.
Yeah.
So you were
No?
thinking of taking it out, or?
No. I don't wanna see KFC and Burger King and McDonald's all the way down the road.
Well, how is Dunkin' Donuts?
I don't know.
Or Subway?
Or something, right?
It's fast food,
It
isn't
doesn't
it?
have to be a restaurant.
You gotta remember, you're doing new zoning, and this is coming into your town. That you want them, it's like, when you work for a painter or somebody selling a house, they tell you when you come in, take care of the walkway, the driveway, the front door, and the foyer. First thing you're gonna see. So do you wanna move the center of the village out to,
But
that's
the point.
probably as many acres as the center of the village,
Yeah.
what's available over there, that 600 by, I'm gonna say,
Well, the center of the village did
2,000,
move,
3,000
right? When
feet.
Stop and Shop came in, when Brotherhood Plaza came in.
right, and they couldn't move again.
And it could move again. Good point.
Right.
But at least Stop and Shop is within a walking distance.
Yeah.
That's really not.
Good point.
So, we put all the stores out there and there goes the village to
Yeah.
the other end of town. Has anybody ever taken a zoning course up in Letchworth? It might be a good thing to do. The state runs them.
Where is it?
Letchworth, New York, some by Letchworth Park, there's a college up there, during the summer they give courses.
Rochester?
It's not that far from
Yeah.
Rochester, yeah. No, because these gentlemen are professionals, they know what they want. You guys are lay people, and you're hoping for the best for the village, but you'd like to help them too. What's more important? It's good to have the business, but do we want business that's gonna take the village out of this village? And move it. That's big enough to put a small village in, at 600 feet deep. You could have a road going down the middle and a row of stores on each side. Bars, taverns, dance halls.
Woodbury County. Woodbury County,
You
destination.
lost me at dance halls?
Now you dance, you know that.
Yeah, but it's not in the hall.
Well,
I think with 2 acre minimums, you're not moving the center of town, because the center of town is tiny. You know, you have 100-foot plots, and it's not even 50-foot plots in the center of town. You're still gonna have the historic downtown. It's just gonna add business to it. I don't think it's gonna move it.
I'm not saying it is, but it could. It's big enough to
Yeah,
put
but
a
it's 2
small
acre
village
minimums, so even if you take that whole lineage,
and develop it.
divided by 2 acre, 2 acre, 2 acre, what's gonna be 7, 6?
How deep is
You know what
it?
I'm saying?
It's 600 feet deep, how long is it?
But I think he's also saying what it's gonna look like when you come in.
Well, yeah, obviously it's gonna look different, but that's the whole idea, why we wanna make it business, to attract ratables, I thought. It's gonna look different, but again, we pick the style. Even if it's Mickey D's, it's gonna look like we want it to, it's not gonna look like Mickey D's on Route 17 in New Jersey. That's my opinion.
But how do we want to see the village on entering? Individual buildings, we certainly don't want a strip mall, okay? That would fit into the character of the village. Single-family homes with some type of townhome behind it, I think is something that we brought up. And then you come up and over the hill, there you have it. Salvage yard on the left.
That's another question for another day.
Yep.
Diane, you've been quiet.
No, I agree with Mr. Hegarty that it shouldn't be like a McDonald's, Burger King, as soon as you come into town, and I think it should be pushed back. Where the last time we met, you said the parking lot would be like 20, 25 feet away from the curb, or was it 65?
You're talking about a 10-foot buffer, landscape buffer in the front, and
Right.
then a 60-foot front yard, so you have, a good bit of distance, so you're not right up front there.
Right, I think it should be pushed back a little bit further. If it's gonna be there, and even maybe the parking should be in the rear of the building, or have the building entrance, the parking in the back, and you could walk through the store, through the back, let the front be there, but push back. I think right up against the road, it's not gonna work.
Well, you wouldn't be, you have right now, a 60-foot front yard, that's a pretty good depth from the road to the front of the store.
Diane, have you been to the new Dollar General that put in Montgomery?
Where?
Montgomery on 17
This room is 40 feet.
They were right.
Sorry?
Yeah, what
This
about,
room is 40
I
feet.
think it was
40
great.
feet, okay.
it doesn't
What is
look
it?
bad, it's
Yeah.
kind of
What is
sitting
it?
down.
So add another 20.
Oh,
It
Dollar
looks like a
General.
Dollar
That's
General.
pretty good
Yeah,
distance.
but I think it looks nice.
Parking.
They made it.
You got landscape
Barn
in front,
type.
trees and
Yeah.
shrubs.
Think so?
Yeah. They got the, what do they call it?
But how close is it to the curb?
It's about the
The
same.
one across from Valley Central?
Yeah.
Looks like a Dollar General. Looks like the McDonald's on 17, to me.
I don't know, I went and stopped yesterday, looked at it.
The whole thing is, I mean, the first thing you see is a sign, so that's something where, if you had a restaurant like the Dunkin' Donuts, even that sign over there should be more conforming to what we want as a village, not the corporate Dunkin' Donuts sign, not the corporate Subway sign.
I agree with that.
And that's the same thing, that's what I see when I see that one. I go there all the time with trips, I look across, I see a Dollar General.
I looked at the building, I wasn't really looking at the sign, to be honest with you. The building looked nice to me, the way the parking lot was laid out.
I have to look at the building again, but the sign just jumps out.
Yeah, take a look.
In Montgomery.
Around
I'll check
17.
it out tomorrow. On 17K.
Yeah. right.
Yeah, across the Valley
Across from the Valley Central School.
It's got the buffer zone they're talking about, in the parking lot, but I think the way he's proposing.
Same
Sign is a
building?
different thing. Yeah, same size, I think?
No, style, same style building
No, we're looking at, we would do something a little bit more country style.
here.
I brought a sample elevation if you wanted to see what we're talking about.
Thank you.
Would be, this would be the front of the store, it would be facing the road.
What's that?
So,
Yeah. It's slightly way versus that.
and this is just a, this is just
Yeah,
something
just
quick.
quick.
Obviously, we do more enhancements to it. But we want to get your thoughts on it.
Now, in addition to having the street sign, can we put a sign on the building?
Yes. It's on the bill.
Required.
I think we talked about that and we lit, what you said,
What's that?
those
Those things,
LEDs
yeah.
or something?
Yeah, they can either do a internally illuminated or
Well,
gooseneck
we're not gonna
lights.
do it internally, yeah.
You don't want the internal lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The front elevation means street side elevation.
Correct, that was what you would be, as we come in towards it, if you're looking at it from the road, that's what you would see.
And in the rear, would these be doors to go in and out?
Those are two ventilating that's air conditioning units.
That's very cheap.
The access would be from the front, so we would look at.
Strictly from the front?
Well, you have the delivery doors on the side.
Well, the delivery doors be on the side, or we'd be looking to have the building be facing the road, with parking in the front and on the side. And landscaping.
In front, the 10-foot buffer.
Correct.
You know, one of the other questions we had at the last meeting, do we want to see a straight line? Keep everything at the same setback? I'm not sure if that's what we're looking for. I think the sawtooth
I agree with that.
is a much more appealing look.
But that's gonna be based on whatever footage they put in.
And Lloyd,
If the building is bigger or smaller, that'll determine the setback.
You're right.
Well, or we just say, you know, if this setback is, 40 feet, 60 feet, we might, 70 feet, 60 foot parking lot, 10 feet.
20, yeah, it'd be 60 feet, 70 feet off the road.
70 feet off the road. The next lot might be 50 feet off the road.
Even if it's a
So then
smaller
it'd be-
We
building,
extend the rear yard,
what if it's a smaller building?
still sitting on the same lot size, right?
Right.
And I don't know how the owner plans on dividing up the lot.
Right. Well, it's a 2-acre minimum, so.
Yeah.
So at most, like I said, if you go 2 acre, 2 acre, 2 acre, 2 acre, I guess then it would be 6, 7 in a row.
Probably. About 1,200 feet, I think.
That'd be the most. If you divided the bigger plots, then
Right.
obviously even less.
Well, we definitely want a minimum of 2 acres.
Right, oh, absolutely, yeah. So
And
I'm
we
saying at
gave
most,
that,
we'll have 7 new buildings.
2 real acres, not
Right,
buildings.
exactly, I agree 1,000%. But what I'm
You
saying
could have
is,
7 new buildings with 25 new businesses. What's, each building be broke up? Does each building have to consist of one business?
no, I don't think so.
Then that,
Because by the square footage.
that would go with parking. So if you have a restaurant, doctor's office, a lawyer's office,
Retail.
retail, whatever, that's gonna change the setback for parking too, because each thing claims parking of a certain amount of spots.
You're right, if you're gonna make a multi-tenant building, they would push it back a little bit,
Right.
because it's gonna be a larger building.
So we get to your stagger that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Right, so it would maybe 7 business buildings, but it would be
Oh,
70
yeah.
businesses.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So where we at on the list now?
That was it, that's all we updated.
They took no membership.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took off the restaurant, you want to leave in there?
I'm good with that, and add the restaurant with
I
drive-through.
think we could, you know, it might be a legal question, but I don't know if we need to have franchise restaurants. do we?
Who's that?
I was just reading the top of it.
I'm just gonna, sorry, to keep talking, but when I see some of the ones in some of the nicer villages, like in Ridgewood and places like that in New Jersey, you know, Joe, you can make it look anything you want. So if they wanna move here, whoever, McDonald's, name it, they gotta look.
Or you could go to
finish.
Fishkill, and
Yeah.
you'll see that.
So that's what I'm saying, why
Right
limit
across
it?
from Walmart, there's a building that has all major stores in it.
Right,
And you really have to see, because nothing screams out at you,
Right.
this is McDonald's.
right,
You have to look for their logo,
right.
you have to look for the Verizon logo. It's there,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think we should limit
yeah,
it. I think we can make it look beautiful.
and we could. You know, I think this is, you know, is just a prototype of what we're looking for, and if it is, then I think we're
You do
okay.
have, you are the architecture review board, and
Yes.
any